Hello, I'm Hania and this is another video from my channel. In this video I want to talk about microservices which have gained more attention over the past few years. In this video you're gonna build an application with microservice architecture. It's very exciting, so let's start. First, let's talk about the monolith and microservice architecture and find out what's the difference between them. In a monolithic architecture, all business logic and modules are contained within a single repository. All data in this application is stored in a single database. All services and modules in a monolith architecture will be deployed and managed in one place, and you can't decompose the services and use different places and servers for each service. But the microservice architecture is different from the monolith. By using microservice architecture, you can decompose your services into independent components, which means each service will have a separate database and business logic and separate modules. Unlike monolith architecture, different deployment and monitoring approaches can be used for different services. In this video, a market application will be deployed using the microservice architecture and Laravel framework that will handle the buying and the selling of products. As you can see, this project is composed of three different services: product service, order service, and delivery service. Each service will have a separate database and will run in a different container. As you can see, each service is connected to the RabbitMQ to use it for their communication. If you don't know anything about RabbitMQ, don't worry, we will cover it later. In this tutorial, we will focus on and build completely two of them, product and order service. If you like this video and want to build the delivery service too, please let me know. This picture shows us how order service and product service will communicate together. These services will communicate together by dispatching and consuming events. Actually, the user will create an order by sending a post request to the order service, and the order will insert into the orders table, and the order created event will dispatch to the event bus that we will use RabbitMQ. Then the product service will consume the order created event, and based on the data inside the event, the inventory of the related product will be updated. So, first let's start with the product service, because the order service is dependent on the products. So we should have this service to store, get, delete, and update the products. As I said before, we are going to use Laravel for our services. So create a new Laravel project, and let's go to directory and create new Laravel project with this command: composer create project Laravel /Laravel, and name is product service. After creating this project, I will dockerize the project. If you don't know how to do this, make sure to check my video about Docker, and I will put the related link in the caption. I don't want to talk about dockerizing process because it's very long process, and you can check this by yourself. And that's it. our product service project is ready. So let's go to Dockerize our project. As you can see, the project is running on port 8080 of my local host. Just by running docker compose up-d command. If you don't want to check my YouTube video, you can just go to my GitHub profile and clone the Docker Laravel repository and work on it. Also, there are some notes that I want to share with you about Dockerizing. In my docker compose.yaml file, I've changed the name of services and also their container name. For example, the Nginx service is a product Nginx now with a product Nginx name for its container. And also the product DB service, the product DB container, and also the application service has the product app name with product app container name. Also make sure to change all these changes in your environment file. For example, I've changed the DB connection to Postgres. DB host is product DB service, and the port of database is 5432, and the database name for product service is product. And also make sure to change your product, your application service name in your config file of Nginx. For example, in this project, it's a product app service. You can check this in your Docker compose file. And it's running on port 9000. Let's go check this, and it's correct. Okay, the product service will just have a table for storing products. So I will create the products table for this service. Docker compose execute product app PHP artisan make migration create products table. Okay, it's created. Let's go to our migrations, and that's it. The products table will have an ID, a title, and the price of product, and the count of inventory of product, which this inventory will decrease after creating an order. The products table is gonna have a model. So let's create the Docker, create a related model with product name. Product app PHP artisan make model product. It's created in this directory. So let's create it. App models, and it's our product model. This model has some fields to be filled, so let's define it. Protected label attribute. It will have a title, price, and the inventory. Okay, that's it. Now we have a products table to store the information about the products and its related model. It's time to write our controller. So let's make a controller with product controller name. Okay. The product controller is gonna handle our crowd functions, and I will cover the index, store, show, and the destroy function of a crowd. So let's define the related model of this controller. Product model and model. Let's define the constructor of product controller. Public function construct product model. Okay, let's write it again. Product as imported now. The store function is the next thing that I want to talk about. Public function is store request. I don't want to cover the validation thing because this video is just about microservices. Just let's make it easy. And the product will be created just by calling the create function of a model request. Then let's return a response, which is JSON. The data is the created product, and the response is gonna have a message. Item is added successfully. Okay, that's it. The next function is index. It's gonna return us all products. This model all, and it's gonna return JSON, and the data is list of products without any message. The next function is a show function. It's gonna get us a specific product. Return response JSON, data is the product without any message. The last function is destroy. It's gonna delete specific product. Product is deleted, and the response message will be sent. Message item is deleted successfully. Okay, the product controller is done. Let's go to roads and define the API resource type road for this crowd. API resource products, and it's gonna use product controller class, and that's it. So let's go to Postman and test our API. Okay, so let's test our product service API. For example, first I want to send a post request to create a new product. The title will be product 2, price I want to change this to $50, and inventory count is 10. So let's send the request. Okay, the product 2 is created, and let's change the title or price to 70 and inventory to 15. As you can see, the product tree is created too. So let's get the list of all products with a get request, and that's it. This is the list of our products in database. So let's get our product 2 with the 2 ID, and it's gonna return us our product. And also let's delete our product 2 and send the delete type request to server. Item is deleted successfully. So if I try to get this product, I will get the not found HTTP exception. And if I want to get list of all products, I will get just one product with ID 3. Okay, now you have a product service which is an independent service, and it's working fine. The order service is as simple as the product service. In this one, we are gonna save the information about orders, and after creating an order, a job will be dispatched to the RabbitMQ, and the product service will consume this job and update the inventory of the related product. So let's create new project, composer, create project Laravel and the name is order service. Okay, so let's create this project, open this project in our Visual Studio Code, and create our project. Let's create a file with folder with src name and copy all this file inside src, create docker compose.yaml file, create a folder for Nginx configuration, and okay, and another folder for PHP docker file. Okay, go to my GitHub profile and copy this docker compose.yaml file. In the order service, I want to use MySQL, and my order product service use Postgres. And beside that, I want to use PHP my admin. Let's change the name of servers, order app, order db, and let's change the container name, order app, order PHP my admin, and it depends on order db. The database name is order, the root password is password, and that's it. Let's change the this port in Docker Compose, because the product app was using this port. I want to change this to 9001, and also let's add our Docker file. Yeah, here, Docker file. Just copy and paste it here. And the default configuration of Nginx. Let's copy it and paste. And there is something to change. Please make sure to change this service name to order app, because our application service name is order app. And change your environment. We are using MySQL, but our DB host is order DB, and the database is order, username is root, and password is password. Okay, let's go to order service and run application. Oh, sorry, I have to change the port of Nginx. For example, I want to change to 8081, and the database port is okay, and application port is changed. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, let's open the port 8081, and this is our order service. After dockerizing the project, let's create a table to store our orders with this command: docker compose execute the order app php artisan make migration create orders table. It's a simple table, you know. It has just unassigned big integer product ID and it has integer count of products that we want to order. Okay, the order model is the next thing that I want to create. Order. Okay, this model is gonna have the orders table columns. Inside its label attribute, it will have product ID and count. And that's it. So let's go and create our order controller. Controller. This controller has just a function for storing the order. So let's define the related model for this controller. It's model attribute and the public function construct order model. This model is model. Okay, let's define our store function. Request and order is this model create request all without any validation and then return response. Order. Okay, we're done with order service. Just let's go and test our API with Postman. Okay, so let's define our route post orders and order controller class and call the store function from this class. Okay, this is our API endpoint and I want to send a post request, store and order. The product ID is 3 and the count is 1. And as you can see, the order is stored. Let's change the product ID to 4 and the product is stored in database. Okay, in this video we created two independent service. First one is product service and the second one is order service. In the next video we will learn to communicate these two independent service with RabbitMQ. So let's go to the next video.